to another creepy video on the channel. This week we have a crazy special one for you. We are actually in a secret crypt underneath an active church. Now, not many people have actually been down here because the graves are actually over 150 years old, and the graves are so old people don't actually come down here anymore to actually come and visit them.
So this is actually built on the original foundations of the church, so obviously the church is on top, and it was built in the 18th century, so it's hundreds of years old, and it's just got a really creepy atmosphere in here. It's really like close and cold, and just, yeah, I keep thinking I see things out the corner of my eyes.
So
it's really creepy.
Behind the camera right now,
yeah.
It's just so dark.
It's amazing though, it's beautiful but also really scary, so we're going to show you around and take you with us.
And also I want to say a massive thank you to Warren, who actually gave us this location of this secret underground crypt. The link to his channel will be in the description below, as well as the link to the actual video he made on this place. So guys, please go check him out because he makes awesome videos.
So the graves are actually all the same age, like from the 18th century, but what's really interesting is that, like, for example, this one is really clear and like looks like it was carved super recently, but then you've got these that are like really like decayed. So it's really interesting to see like how it's all aged differently, and no one knows why or for what reason that it's taken longer.
Yeah, and what you'll also see, guys, is that some of them have actually been painted black. The reason why Ron, who is the priest, the reason he thinks this was done, because back in the day it would have been black and the actual writing would have been white to stand out more.
Like this one, it looks like it was done yesterday.
In 1854, and you have to imagine back then, if you lived to the age of 88 nowadays, that's a good age.
Yeah.
So
these were very wealthy people.
Yeah, and then we'll take you down here, which, I mean, just look at that site, guys. We're completely underground. We're underneath a church right now. And just either side of these tunnels, they just go on and on and on. Oh, here it is. Oh my god.
This is insane.
I don't like this at all.
Because we don't know what's in there. Obviously we're not going to open it, but it's likely there's someone in there because they wouldn't just build it for nothing.
Yeah, obviously guys, we're not going to open it, as I said, because that would be utterly disrespectful. But what she says is right. This wouldn't have been a recent, just random coffin put down here, because as we've already been told, this place has literally been kind of like, well, kind of abandoned in a way.
Yeah, basically, because they ran out of money to start burying people. So this person, it could be because they ran out of money, which is really sad. I mean, it's not nice for them just to be out in the open like that, and it really freaks me out, if I'm honest.
No.
What's that there?
Oh wow, that's creepy. So yeah, another thing that Ron actually said was that these like boarded off bits would have been secret passages to houses, richer houses within the area.
But there was also the way that they would bring the bodies in would be through these tunnels, which are now blocked off. So they'd obviously wheel them down and bring them in here. So that would be like the tunnel where all the dead bodies would go, which is really scary as well.
Hey, look at the old numbers as well.
There's so many.
What the priest was saying, guys, was actually where these aisles are numbered out. Well, because you said eventually they couldn't afford to bury people here anymore, could they?
No.
These would have all been filled up with, just like how you've got on the far wall over there, like these concrete coffins. And it goes all the way back there.
Just like the candles.
Burnt out.
I actually get scared of coming out around here. Like, you feel like you have to look either side, don't you? So during the war, this actually used to be an air raid shelter as well. And this is literally just a paper poster of the rules that was just stuck up. It's still here, and it's literally just paper, but it looks like it's been painted on almost. But if we're talking about paranormal activity as well, obviously there's going to be so many negative feelings, because if people were hiding here in an air raid shelter, the energy would be really scared, and it just kind of adds to the whole atmosphere of what happened in the past here. And there was actually a bomb dropped nearby, so it's very real and very scary.
And I guess they would have been surrounded by these graves as well.
Yeah, definitely. This obviously happened after the 18th century.
I mean, it just goes on. And then you turn around, there's like this altar thing here. And you turn around and there's just this massive painting of Jesus.
Think how old that is.
Oh, the guy said it was here when he started working here, let alone.
Yeah, and he started, didn't he say, like 70 years ago?
Yeah.
It's insane. So this grave is actually really interesting because it's a 1-year-old boy and the parents lived in India, so they sent their little boy here to be buried, but they don't even live in this country and no one knows why, so that's really interesting. It's really sad as well because he was obviously so young and he's obviously not with his parents either, but no one knows why he was sent here.
This was actually found here, wasn't it?
Yeah, just down here.
Literally down here in this crypt from the original building, and they still don't know what it is. They have a suspicion that obviously it might have been part of the crucifix.
Yes, yeah.
Because you can kind of see here, there's a bit where maybe a bit of wood might have come out here. Guys, in certain parts of this crypt, you literally got this. That's how dark it is. I mean, Fiona's just grabbing me right now because she hates it when I turn out the lights.
He always does it without warning.
But yeah, towards that end there's lighting, but towards the back of the crypt there's literally none. And when Ron the priest was showing us around, I actually had to get my torch out, didn't I?
Yeah, because it was so dark.
I mean, look, I do it again, look,
Okay.
Yeah. When we first started this channel, I never expected to be having like back and forth emails with a priest.
Yeah, no. And I never thought you could even email a priest in the first place.
Yeah, I didn't know priests had emails.
I'm just getting really uneasy vibes in here.
Why?
I don't know.
It is a weird atmosphere down here.
It's like when you walk into somewhere haunted, you know, don't you? You keep forgetting it's there.
Fiona keeps forgetting there, and you just look and it's just a coffin.
It's terrifying. It's so freaky.
The original no smoking signs from when this was an air raid shelter. But these archways with the bricks that you can kind of see that look newer compared to these ones here on the side, these would have been the passageways that are now blocked up, where they would have transported the actual bodies to.
Yeah.
After the funeral, obviously, because you couldn't just loft the coffin down like a flight of stairs. You had to kind of wheel it down. Yeah.
This is just an 8-year-old boy, and his parents were going to be buried here as well, but they ran out of the funding before they died. So obviously this poor little boy is just here on his own, which is really sad. And it's like a massive space for.
Yeah, I presume they would have gone there.
Yeah. And it's sad how that 8-year-old died obviously a long time before they did.
Okay, so a little bit about these sort of bigger graves. You can see it's filling quite a lot of the arch space. Now, in these ones, which is really sad, would have been whole families. So, as we brushed over, you would have to have been incredibly rich to be buried down there.
Yeah.
And that's why eventually all these spaces have been left, because there have been no money, no funds to keep this kind of underground graveyard going. So, and I think that kind of reflects in sort of like the age that some of these people die, because back then wealthy people lived longer, didn't they?
Yeah, that is true, because I was thinking they lived for so long, because usually it was around like 40 was the average.
Yeah.
So these walls and this grave, just this one grave, are painted red, which is really creepy and no one knows why. Like, we were speaking to the priest and he said that he has no idea why it's been painted red, and it's the only one. These creepy fingerprints.
Oh wow, there's like a red door here. See this? I'm not too sure how I missed that.
I keep missing bits.
I mean, guys, this is no joke. Like, you have all these ornaments here, and then literally in here there's a body. There is a body in there. And that goes the same for all of this wall, all the way down.